was pleasantly surprised by this show. It's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix series Spinning Out, which is now streaming on the Netflix platform. The series stars Kaya Scodelario, who you may know from Extremely Wicked and Shockingly Vile, Maze Runner, Crawl, and she stars as Kat, who is a young figure skater who is trying to figure out life while balancing family, relationships, and also mental illness while chasing for gold. I felt like that was like a good, like the chasing for gold. You saw what I did there? Okay, never mind. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I tell you what I liked about the series, what I didn't like about the series, and is it worth your time binging or not? Because we just need to figure out how to protect our time, okay? So going into what I enjoyed about Spinning Out. First and foremost, I really thought that Kaya did such a fantastic job as Kat. She plays this character who gets to portray like an array of different emotions, especially when focusing on her mental illness and really how she's trying to figure out life, how she's trying to balance it all, or does she feel as though that she can have it all while she's still trying to maintain how to exist with her mental illness. And so I think that one of the things that I really enjoy is we really don't find shows that really address mental illness, but really take a deeper dive into that. Like, what does it look like with family dynamics? What does it look like, you know, kind of if this could run in the family? We never really talk about how sometimes mental illness is hereditary. And so I think that for shows like this, I love that we're getting to dive a little deeper into these characters, that we're getting to see how characters can balance mental illness with living regular life, and what does that look like? What are the struggles with it? What are the joys that they experience? And so that's one of the things that I really enjoyed while watching the series. I had a really great time binging this, by the way. This started out as I was just putting something on before I went to sleep. I was like, let me put something chill on before I go to sleep because I got to protect my dreams. And I was just like, you know, I'm just going to play this and just fall asleep on it. But I watched the whole episode. I watched like 4 episodes and I was like, yo, I got to go to work in the morning. And I literally binged this the rest of the day at work. I was like, I have to watch more and more and more. I had a really great time. I was really pleasantly surprised by this. But also too, I really enjoyed Evan Roderick, who plays Justin. He's kind of like the cute guy, the ice skater, kind of like the jockey type. But I love that his character was so complex as well. And I love the chemistry between these two characters. Will they, won't they? I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone. But also, too, I felt like a lot of the characters, for the most part, because I'll get into some issues that I had with some of the characters, but I love the character development. I love how this show focuses on so many different topics, but it doesn't feel like they're checking the box. And I'm loving more and more as we get to shows, especially as it deals with young adults. And for this, most of the characters are 21 and up. I love how it focuses on the pressures with today's society is trying to be great. What happens when, you know, life doesn't go the way you want, things that you've worked for your entire life you can no longer achieve. Like, how do you continue on? I really love that it centers around the pressures that young adults have in today's society. But also too, I just love that I like literally enjoy like most of all the characters. I thought that the acting was very well done. And also too, for Kaya, like, I was looking at her the whole time watching. I was just like, if they ever do a Nicole Kidman biopic, I was like, she needs to be cast. I really enjoy her. The whole time I was looking at her, I was like, she's giving me Nicole Kidman vibes. She was just giving me all of my life. I really enjoyed her. I just had to come back to that for a moment. But yeah, I just felt like this show gave me drama. It gave me the petty drama, but it also gave me like family drama. And it also has a serious tone when it does need to be serious. It doesn't have a lot of cheesy dialogue. I mean, when we're getting into like competitive sport with figure skating, which I just love the skating. If you guys love watching figure skating, because like when I was young, that's all I watched on TV, you would definitely enjoy the choreography. I just had such a great time just watching them skate. I was like, I could just watch them do their little routines this whole little season. You don't even have to give me the drama in it. I could just watch them do their thing. I think they also had stunt doubles who did most of the skating for them. But I did have a few issues with Spinning Out, and that's more importantly in how it treats its Black characters. And so there is a character by the name of Marcus who is played by Mitchell Edwards. And so for the first half of the season, he kind of is only utilized to advance Kat's storyline. And then towards the end of the season, they try to get into this whole, like, what it means to be a black person in America. And I was just like, you know, if y'all would have started out that way, I kind of would have been okay with it. But to me, it just felt like they were checking a box. And it was just out of place. There were so many other ways or the avenues that they could have went with Marcus's character that I actually would have loved to see play out. And I think for him, he just really didn't have as much character development as everyone else. I felt like his storyline only serviced Kat's, when I feel like everyone else, you could take Kat out of that and they still had their own story to tell. And also too, with Raven, who plays Nancy, she kind of comes in, she's a black woman. She comes in towards the end of the season, and I was kind of just like, yeah, the same thing with her too. I was just like, what was the purpose of having her here if it was only going to service this one thing? And I feel as though if it does get renewed for a season 2, which I really hope it gets renewed for a season 2, I really want to see them do something more with these characters. I don't know if they have black writers on staff or not, but I was just like, this ain't it. I need you guys to just do a little bit better. I was just like, they're great actors. I was just like, their storylines, I was just like, this is so checking the box. But yeah, those are the two main issues. And then also too, with Willow Shields, who plays Kat's younger sister, Serena. I really enjoy her storyline, especially how she deals with her sister's mental illness, how she deals with the unstable family dynamic between her, her sister and her mother, Carol, who's played by January Jones, who she just loved playing like a bad mama. But I enjoyed that. However, towards the end of the season, it's this like crazy, like kind of twist that I didn't see coming. I was like, what? But then I was just like, I feel like this is another check the box due to kind of current headlines, you know, stories that, you know, have happened, come out of headlines. I felt like it kind of played into that box and it just didn't make sense. And I guess because the dialogue was so cringy and just so out of place and just came out of nowhere, I was just like, I didn't need this with her character either. But outside of those issues, overall, I really, really enjoy Spinning Out. I really had a great time. I love that it's a show that focuses on mental illness. I love that it's a show that plays into, you know, how to handle relationships, you know, how to be your true self. And then also too, with a mixture of the figure skating, of the drama, I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really need them to bring a season 2 because how y'all ended season 1, I was like, what? This is how we're going to end it? But it still gave me all my life. It gave me one of my first joyful binges. I can't really say of 2020 because I watched it in 2019, but it was definitely worth the binge for me. What I would tell you to do with your time, I would tell you this is worth binging. Give Spinning Out a chance. I guarantee you like it. If you don't like it, then I'll watch a show that you tell me to. I should. You know what? I'm that confident that it's that good that I ain't even gonna have to do it. But yes, so those are my quick thoughts on Spinning Out. As always, my name is Sharona from Para Waits, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. I'll see you soon.